Laura. Gabriele here, and I just recently got off our first call for Move Your Ministry. It's a weekly accountability call for anyone who, women of course, who have a ministry and they have something that God has set on their hearts, and they could just use a little extra weekly boost to keep on track with the things that God has put in front of them to accomplish. And it was just a great meeting, met some awesome ladies, and I want to share some of the goals that were shared during the meeting and share how we decided to do SMART goals. And if you've never heard of a SMART goal, I learned about it in school. And a SMART goal, it's like an acronym, S-M-A-R-T. The S stands for specific. So when you set a goal, it's important to be specific instead of so general. Like you might say generally, my goal is to make Jesus Christ known throughout the world. That's a wonderful major goal, but it's not specific. And so each week we're going to pick specific goals. So we have to get a little granular and have baby steps. The M stands for measurable. And that means that we would be able to have some proof at the next meeting whether or not something got accomplished. So, for example, we have several women in the group, a couple, who are actually working on writing a book. One of them's writing a book and another is writing a Bible study. And each of them, each week, can flash on the screen what they've written for the week. And that's going to be exciting to watch. I wonder if any of you have a book that God has placed on your heart, or even a Bible study. You would be in good company in this accountability group. So measurable is M. The A stands for attainable, and that means we're not biting off more than we can chew. We really think that by the end of those 7 days, we'll be able to accomplish the goal, the mini goal that we're sharing inside the accountability group. So we're trying to break it into weekly chunks. R is relevant. So that means that it's really pushing us forward toward the major goal that we have in mind. So it wouldn't really make sense for Anne, who's writing a book, to choose to share a goal like, I want to go for a long walk, and that wouldn't be specific to her goal. So we're going to keep them relevant. T is time-based. That's easy because when you're in our accountability group, every week there's a check-in, and so we'll want to make sure that by the check-in date, you have accomplished the thing that you have set out. So it's like every 7 days, right? So in the accountability group, I shared that I wanted to start a book club for a book that I really love and has made a big impact in my life, and I think will impact others. It's just a book club, not a Bible study. It's all my friends have issues. I shared about it in my last video, my top 10 books of the year or something like that. So I'm hoping that I can get that done, and being in the accountability group will help me. There was a woman named Pamela inside the accountability group who is a Bible study leader in her church, and she really wants to hear from the Lord about which Bible study to do this season. So she's going to be spending more quality time with the Lord in the evenings, not turning on the TV. So in place of her TV time, she's going to be journaling and listening to the Lord instead. I love that goal. And we're going to have to take her word for it, but I think I'm going to ask her to show us her journal, just flash it on the screen, just to make sure that she's really keeping on top of that. And then Anne is going to be bringing forward chapter 3 of her book. So she'll flash that on the screen for us too. So she's going to write a whole chapter in a week. Pretty cool. And then Eva is working on her Bible study very first, and she's going to be writing an outline of the Bible study. And she's Norwegian, so she's in Norway, and she's agreed to write it in English so that we can see what she's working on. Isn't that nice? And finally, Julie was on the call, and Julie is going to be starting her website, and she's starting with her About Me for the website. So this was an interesting one because at first she was saying that she wanted to research her audience more, but we all agreed, I guess, as a team that it would be good to do her About Me first. It will get her ball rolling and get her excited to have at least one page of her website done. So we're really moving along already, and it's exciting. And I hope that if you haven't joined us for the first call, that you'll join us in the future. Drop-ins are totally fine. We're going to be meeting on Friday at 2:30 Pacific, and the easy way to get the link is to come inside the We Are Ambitious Christian Women group on Facebook, and you will find there a link to join on Zoom. We go on video with each other, and that's how we're able to see each other's faces and have full accountability. So I'm looking forward to seeing you there, and maybe you can keep me in check too as I launch the book club on the 30th. That'll be our first meeting for the book club if you're interested in that book. More info to come. All right, ladies, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.